Good morning, everybody. This is all working properly. YouTube decided to do a last minute wobble on me. This time, it wasn't anything that I did, as far as I can tell. Welcome back to Hytale, for what might be the last time for a while. And I'll explain why in a bit. But for this episode at least, I'm trying to move operations, actually. Because yesterday, when I went looking for iron, I found much more than just iron. I found all kinds of other things. Yes, let's see, what did I find? I found, thorium, iron, silver, more iron. Didn't even bother to mine copper. So I've got two choices. I can either take all of this back to the main base, which is tempting to do, or I can try and set up here. I've got steel armor that I found in chests. I have a steel bow that I found in a chest. Well, no, that I actually made. No, I found it in a chest. I'm lying. I have a thorium pickaxe that I found in a chest. I found a lot of stuff. And this place came with a workbench. And what I need to do is start setting up yeah. I'm not sure I really want to start everything over, but let's at least stick this down and start trying to get some cooking done. I definitely want the iron. Where's the rest of my iron gone? There we go. This is not the best location for me to be in, to be honest. I need wood, and yeah, let's get this working. I also need a amorous workbench, which needs copper. Okay, that means I need tree logs. Okay. And yeah, I've got entirely too many campfires. Let's put those away. I need so much of everything. I need to go and do some serious tree chopping. So what we will do... Okay. Now, this isn't the safest place, it has to be said. But it's livable. I don't know why they're injured. I don't think I took a shot at them lately. Ah. That saves me the trouble. Let's see how this does. Ooh. I need a lot more wood. That's okay, because I can now... Oops. Sleep through the night. Oh, let's get some food, didn't we? So tomorrow is going to be resource gathering, just so that I can build the stuff I need to stay here. I need more chests. I need... yeah, a lot of everything. Alright, let's sleep through the night. And let's go and... do I have another hatchet? I do. Good. Right, let's go and see if I can gallop somewhere where I can get some trees. Not sure how much... okay, that's mostly sticks and stuff. That's all fine. I hate taking stuff away from the landscape, to be honest. Ah, that looks like some proper wood. Of all I got around here is palm trees. Ah, here we go. Here's something proper. What is a moray eel doing in a stream? I can tell you, moray eels do not go in streams. They are exclusively sea-going creatures. So I mentioned that this might be the last Hytale episode for a while. And the simple reason, to be honest, is it's not getting views. And that sounds like, oh, you're a small channel, what do you expect? If I was streaming Warframe right now, I'd get far more interest. It's not that I don't like the game, although I have my reservations about it. That's a saber-tooth type tiger, I think. Yeah. Well, I should give us enough to be working with. But yeah, no, there simply isn't. There isn't the demand on my channel, at least, for Hytale content. I mean, it might be better if I streamed at a different time of day, but other times of the day are taken up by other games. Right, let's get that going. I need iron, and I need a lot of copper to upgrade that, don't I? Did I not have copper? Oh, I do have copper. I think I got enough copper for that. I should probably just make another furnace. Be the easiest option. Where's my copper gone? I know I had some copper. That's it. That's all I need. And okay. Yay. Actually getting iron. You've got no idea how hard it was getting this. Well, yeah, you probably do if you've been watching. Oh, coconuts. Didn't realise I had that. I don't need these. I need another chest. Which fortunately operates on the same basis as your usual. I need to cook that up. Right, it's a little bit better. Okay, what did I need the copper for? I can't remember what I needed the copper for. Does anybody remember what I needed the copper for? I mean, apart from the fact that copper's always a good idea. Yeah, I need to unlock this. Ah, okay, here we go. Armorer's workbench. Yes, I want that. Where is it? I put it somewhere. Oh, here we go. Or rather, the game put it somewhere. Okay. Need to do some copper. Yeah, because I want to upgrade my armor somewhat. Or a lot. So I do. Not sure I need that. Don't need that. Ah. That's what I need. That's why I need more copper. I want the blacksmith's anvil. So we're going to have to go. And the good news is there is plenty of copper around here. Right. Copper. Where did I find copper? No, it's down here. Here we go. Yay! There should be a plethora of copper down here. Yes. I hope we don't bring the ceiling down on us, as that is a thing. Technically. Originally, this was going to be titled rather negatively. It was going to be titled the game, Is Hytale worth the time and effort? And that's not a simple answer, because it's going to depend purely on the person. I'm going to say that for the average player, probably it's not, because it is not finished. It's not close to being finished. It's deficient in many respects. If you are a Minecraft fan, you're probably going to enjoy the game. And there is that. And to such people, this is probably worth it. If, on the other hand, you are not a dedicated Minecraft player, it's probably not worth it. And the reason is, it's like I said, it's simply not ready. And I would say that it would probably feel better to wait a couple of years, see how the game develops. And you may think that's unfair. Well, here's the thing. The game's taken 10 years to get this far. And while there have been games that have spent that long in development hell and ultimately been successful, there's not a huge number. In general, if a game's taken 10 years to develop, it doesn't say good things about the game. Not necessarily what the game could be. It just says there are issues behind the scenes. I don't know the whole story. I don't need to know the whole story because history tells us that, yeah, games that have come through the same kind of development, protracted development cycle that this has been through, are not necessarily going to work. So rather than, I would say to, rather than get it now, for many people, your best option would be to wait a while and see how it develops. It isn't complete. I mean, I've said it before, it's been in development for 10 years and it's not done. I would argue it's not ready for pre-release. You can justify it. That's not a problem. I can justify getting it. The biomes, the exploration, all great stuff. Yep, got no problems with that. A huge amount of detail has gone into the biomes in the game, and an effort to make it into what feels somewhat like a living world. But there are things missing, even simple things. You've got oceans that you can't traverse. You can't build a boat and go across the oceans. You've got oceans in the game. Really ought to provide a means of getting across those oceans, and yet that is conspicuous by its absence. Animal husbandry, keeping animals, breeding animals, this kind of thing, which is sort of an important part of the game, is not there. I mean, you can get your resources by going out and actively hunting, but then it becomes something of a different game. It's not a survival game. Well, maybe it's not supposed to be. It's just not. It becomes more of a grind, which people may or may not wish to engage in. I'm not sure I wish to engage in it, to be honest. For all that there are, definite positive aspects to it, I have found it quite frustrating on occasion. Just what was missing, The game seems to lack focus. I don't know what kind of game this is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be an RPG? I don't know. Is it supposed to be just exploration? Yeah, you could say that it's just about exploration. And certainly, in that aspect of it, it's quite successful. But when you go to the main temple, there's so much that's obviously they want to put in, and it's not there. It's simply missing. Which shouldn't be the case. Now, I don't know what their vision of putting it into... Well, correction, I've got a pretty good idea why it's in early access. They probably want to recoup some of the money that's certainly gone into this. You know, it's been in development for 10 years and it hasn't made any money. Recouping some of those losses and hopefully fueling further development is quite understandable. Am I actually killing a rat with a pickaxe? But it doesn't really feel like an early access game. I mean, yes, you know, the whole idea that, oh, well, you know, we're going to continue development with user input, that's fine. You know, there are certainly cases to be made for that. There have been some very good games that have gone through early access. Valheim apparently is still technically in early access. Much loved game. Didn't take 10 years to develop as far as I'm aware. The Long Dark. I'm not sure it ever... Did The Long Dark ever actually exit early access? But when it started out in early access, I mean, I saw it. I think I played it when it was in early access. And back during COVID, it was a basically complete game. It's been added to, obviously, over the years. Ah, that's what I was after. Yeah, hang on. It's got good, solid, what would you say, potential. Don't get me wrong, absolutely has that. But I'm not sure that I personally would call it a great idea to say, well, here's the start point, and then trust me, we're going to continue this. And if my criticisms, you know, are unfair, please let me know in the comments. I'm quite willing to change my mind if people give me alternates. And, you know, it could be argued, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know about game development so much. I've worked not directly in game development. Indirectly, I have. I've also worked extensively in software development. Commercial software development, in that not game development. I worked in the semiconductor industry for, oh grief, about a decade. And I can tell you right now, you definitely need, yeah, the idea, in certain environments, the idea that you could release a game, even in beta, to a customer is something you would do very, very carefully, complete with legal agreements and understandings and this kind of thing. somebody who is entering, hasn't been a Minecraft player, actually to many people, and actually especially to younger people, to the parents who are considering getting this game for their offspring, I would probably say, you know what, get them Minecraft if they don't already have it. Get them something else apart from this. Wait, this needs to wait. We need to see what's going to happen before necessarily spending £20 or so on an incomplete game. There's a very good chance that people will get frustrated and stop playing it, which you don't really want. How much have I got? 25, 20. Okay, yes, I've got enough copper, I think, to be getting on with. And believe me, it actually hurts me to say the kind of things I'm saying here, because it's, the experience of getting involved in a game in early like this is it's nice. It's just been released. Here I am, an amateur streamer, getting involved, playing it, streaming it. That's actually an interesting feeling. It's a good experience. I need a lot more wood. I really want this game to be successful. I'm not dissing on it deliberately. Well, I'm obviously dissing on it somewhat deliberately, and I will happily talk about the positives. But if you're looking for a complete game, then no, you haven't got that here. Is that a flamingo? Didn't actually mean to kill the flamingo. Sorry about that. I know, that once the first thing they did after it released on, what was it, the 13th, they released a big patch for the jungle. That's more of a people pleaser than anything else. I would rather they had released a patch or an update for animal husbandry, so you could actually breed and grow your animals you capture. If farming is supposed to be a significant part of the game, that needs to be in here. Otherwise, it's not farming. I mean, yes, you can grow crops, but if you want easy access to leather and to flesh, you need a sustainable source. And milk, by the way, milk. You could. Well, some of the things about that don't work. You're supposed to be able to lure animals in. It doesn't work. So you can't set up a dairy farm. You can't lure in chickens and get eggs. Now, it has to be said, maybe with regards to the chickens, you need the chicken coop. Maybe. But you still can't feed them. The chicks don't grow up. It did occur to me, yes, okay, I need to build the chicken coop. Yeah. But that's a surprising grind to do it. And I've no guarantee that it's going to pan out in the end. It feels almost directionless. I mean, yeah, you know, you can go out and explore. Okay. What's the point of that? Okay, resources, looking at pretty things, but is there a direction here? If you're a builder, you probably enjoy the game. You can definitely do things with the game that you harder to do than Minecraft. Oh, I need light leather. I don't have light leather. Ah! I need a tanning. Hang on. Where's my... Oh, here. Light hide. I need 16 light hide? You're kidding me. That's a lot of hide. Well, I suppose I'd better get on with it, but light hide is... see this? At least I can build... Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Light leather. I need a lot of light leather. You see, for this kind of thing, having a farm, a self-sustaining farm, is almost vital. So you can, you know, farm your small animals, rabbits, whatever they are. Nope, can't do it. I've got to go physically hunting a lot of animals. Don't think those are light. I think those are heavy. Medium. It means I'm going to have to kill meerkats. No. Killing meerkats doesn't get you anything. Okay. I think maybe you can hear some of the frustration in my voice to do associated with the game. Well, at least I've got iron. Hello, you're a cutie pie. Quite sure why I'm getting... The other thing I'm not sure I like very much is the fact that it ties you down to your temple, the temple, which is... Where is it? I am now far enough off the map that you can't see it. Which is actually up here somewhere. 2 trade-in memories so you can upgrade things. Which means you, arguably, early game, you almost can't go far if you want to grind memories. Yeah, there it is. It's over there. Yeah. I don't know whether there are any of these elsewhere in the game. I haven't seen necessarily any reference to them. I'm not seeing anything on the maps. Or maybe I've got to go looking for it. But if you don't know that, And short of watching a lot of YouTube videos for the answers, which I have not done, again, it's going to be frustrating. It does have great potential. You know, don't get me wrong. I would be the first to say, yeah, it's got great potential. There's just a lot of buts in my head associated with it. Probably should have written a script. Oh, I see. This doesn't actually continue cooking overnight. That's unhelpful. I may as well. Okay, that does work. All right. What else do I have medium leather for medium hide for a tanning station so that I can make medium leather, which I need in quantity. Yeah, I need. Oh no, I can make that now. Okay, great. That's a step in the right direction. And okay, let's go and grab this. Where did I put my hide? Light hide, heavy hide. What else have I got? Medium hide. Let's grab all that and start running it through. Hey, little nugget, how are you doing? People were glad to know that you're okay yesterday. How's your day going? I'm busy here complaining about this game. Sure. Ah, there's the light hide. I thought I had some more. It said I did. It sounds like you're having fun, to be honest with you. Oh, what book have you been reading? I need arrows. Don't have enough. Rubble? How do I not have enough rubble? Oh, Cormac McCarthy. Yes, I've heard of it. Not sure if I read it myself. I did read The Road. Which is a depressing read, to be honest. It's curiously, I read The Road at the same time as I was watching the movie. I'm a very fast reader, so I was pretty much able to read the book, watch the movie at the same time. Hello, Mr. Sabretooth. We'll have an arrangement. I don't bother you, you leave me alone. How about that? Sorry, but I need... Oh. You don't get leather from that. Okay, you definitely don't get leather from the meerkats. Okay, do I get leather from the geckos? I need to find out. Sorry, geckos. No, you don't. Boxes? Nope. Don't get leather from foxes? Oh, that's nice. Yeah. If you can get some solar panels going in the field, great for keeping yourself connected to the rest of the world. Okay, what can I get light leather from around here? What am I doing? Oh wow, that absolutely eats through. I need to store my... There we go. Let's stick that somewhere useful. Oh, I've got 4 of these. I didn't realize. Why was I making chests when I had so many of them here? Oops. Let's start putting away our now copious supplies of iron and bits. Medium leather, heavy leather. I know I didn't get those from... Well, that's good. As the world advances, I imagine that kind of thing is going to just keep improving. Let's consolidate our metal. That's a repair kit. Ooh. Not sure how that works now. I've forgotten. I was just stating that I'm speculating about whether this game is actually worth buying. And I think I'm cheating and concluding that it's going to depend very much on the buyer. Okay, do I need tier 2? I don't at this point. Oh, actually. I'm very tempted to upgrade that. Still need light leather. Let's see if I can actually build any extra armor. Where's my... Okay, I need these. Yes. Ah, that's a cuirass. I already have a cuirass. I don't need a cuirass. I want leggies. My bad. Forgot I already had that. Oh, I didn't realize I hadn't built the helmets. Let's stash away our spare armor. I need more light leather. The quest for light leather. How about that? And okay, that's happily burning away. My goodness, it goes through. This whole tier ranking system that they've got with the workbenches and what have you. Grindy, I will grant you. Now, I'm going to guess the warthogs are not light leather. But this is probably going to kill me. This is not warthog behavior. They would come after you and tear you a new one. Oh, that is light hide. Okay, warthog hunting it is. Yeah, this is... I find it hard to believe that a game like this would say, okay, you're going to have to spend half your time chasing around animals. That's the whole purpose of having a farm, so that you set up that, you go through the grind of setting up the farm. That way you don't have to go chasing around the landscape. Unless, of course, that's the desire. Unless that's the whole point. I cannot help but feel, yeah, it's an incomplete game. And, yeah. With apologies to people who are arguably fans of it. You know, if you're enjoying it, then great. Very happy for you. But I don't know what those dings are about. I would much rather spend my time setting up a farm rather than going hunting. Set up a farm, get everything breeding. Maybe I'm being unfair. I don't know. The thing is, and I know I've mentioned it before, there is a game which allows for exploration, farming, building, crossing oceans, ships. I mean, it allows for a lot of stuff. Could it be described? It's a survival game. It's going to be somewhat familiar to Minecraft players. And it's been around for... Let me see now. Oh, grief. I think since about 2016. And that game is Vintage Story, which arguably looks better than this. It's, while I wouldn't say it's realistic, there are aspects to it which are surprisingly realistic. And there the goal is basically survival. Can you go from, the Stone Age through the Copper and Bronze Ages to the Iron Age and up and up? And is it easy? Oh. But in many ways, it's everything that this game isn't. Complete, I think, being one of them. Modes of play. Multiple types. Do you want a bit of Cthulhu type horror in your game? You can have that. You can turn it off. If you want a pure survival experience with really quite incredibly detailed stuff, everything from flint knapping to charcoal making to manufacturing leather in halfway realistic fashions. It's got it. Have I got enough to make a helmet? And in fact, I will be taking a look at it. We have upgraded to iron armor. Look at us. Look at us go. Of course, to get an iron pickaxe, that's a whole different thing. Need more wood. Once I've you know, I say finish this particular run, and like I say, it's, you know, at 5 a.m. in the morning. This is apparently not a good fit for streaming. I could try streaming it later in the day, but my streaming slots later in the day are taken up, so nope, it won't fit there at all. Need to go after antelope, I suspect. So what is my conclusion? If you were a Minecraft fan, if you are very patient, if you are very understanding, yeah, this might be worth getting. If you are a more casual gamer, expecting a fully fledged experience, no, don't get it. Wait for a few more years. If I were to give this game a score right now, you know, until yesterday, I would actually have given it a 5 out of 10. If I was to, until I started realizing that actually the exploration aspect of it and the detail that has gone into the biomes is quite impressive. Today I would give it a 6.5. And that's assuming it's never developed any further. Hey Tony, how you doing? I've been complaining about the game I've just scored it a 6.5 out of 10, and that it really, if wait a couple of years, see how it develops. That's my current advice, unless you're a long-term dedicated Minecraft player. Oh. Yes, I finally got to the point I could make iron armor. I actually found iron armor yesterday, but I was able to finish making it, so I just need a better shield. Why haven't I made a better shield? Oh, I need more light leather. Okay. I should get that sort shortly. Yeah, yeah. I think it's fairly clear from the way I'm talking about this game that I have distinctly mixed feelings about it. In a way, the game I'm going to be trying Vintage Story. Oh, your light leather. That's good to know. Gonna be hunting gazelle. Excuse me, gazelles. I wish I'd found out about Vintage Story before I did this. Ah. Because Vintage Story has everything that this has and more in greater detail and arguably better graphics. Actually, pretty arguably much better graphics. I mean, and it's not based on Java. This follows the Minecraft pattern and is written using Java, which is fine. You know, that's definitely a workable option. But Vintage Story uses C, and I think it's better for it, and it's available for Linux. So yeah, all of this. I've got iron, thorium, copper, silver, more silver, cobalt, all much more easily than where I was. Can I still need light leather. Yay. I can now build a proper shield. So we have advanced to the Iron Age. Let's coalesce some of our stuff. Let's chit in. Oh, I didn't realize I had medium hides there waiting to be processed. Let's get that on the way. It has to be said. I think people might find Vintage Story harder to get into than this. It is much more grindy. But you know, oh great, I need more logs. Don't have any. So I actually have a sort of plan to do a first impressions of vintage story probably this weekend. How much longer before I can sleep? Oh, 0 minutes. There we go. Right. I've got to take a quick break. And then I'll be right back. Um, so one of the comparisons I was making, or complaints I was making, if you prefer, um, yeah, is that the game's in early access. All right. Um, let's do a quick comparison with a couple of games that are available right now, sort of, and are in early access or even pre-early access. I've already talked about what is it? The Long Dark. Now, when I first played it, and this is back during COVID, I think it was in early access then, it was a complete game. You could, you could survive in the game. and it worked. That was all right. Right now, Valheim, as I've said, is in early access, and Valheim is, as far as I can tell, a complete game. Not quite sure what they're intending doing with it, but it's a complete game. Oh, I'm run out of arrows. Yeah, here's something. Why is it showing you an arrow there when I don't have arrows? Yeah, it's not a good look. And I need a new bow soon. An even more interesting comparison is with Soulframe. Soulframe is not even in early access. You can only get to it if you are invited or you buy a founder's pack at various levels. Now, that game arguably has the advantage that it's building off of Warframe. I would go so far as to say that it is in fact Warframe in a fantasy world. And it feels like a far more complete game. And full. I should mention that I have bought the Founders Pack for Soulframe. I did ponder about whether I was going to do the same thing for this, and I'm not going to. Because, to be honest with you, while I am, and it comes down to, are you convinced that it's going to be worth it? I don't think it's worth getting into the Founders Pack. However much Hypixel Studios need the financial support, is it worth, with the game as it stands, buying the Founders Pack? And the simple answer to that, I think, is no. No, it's not. Not really. Not at this point. I sound dreadful, don't I? Don't like you cluttering up my landscape. I probably will stream this at unscheduled times. I think is the best way I can. Is the best thing I can promise. I can say. Yeah. I don't normally. I take the weekends off with the heavy emphasis on sort of. So I will probably reserve this for streaming at the weekends. Oh, I'm sorry, antelopes. I'm gonna have to destroy you. Like I said, it does have a huge amount of potential. I mean, yeah, I've said before, I think you can tell I'm somewhat conflicted by this. The amount of detail they've gone into for the environments is laudable. I don't think it's representative of good result of 10 years of development. But it is remarkable. The environments they've got here. Yeah, really, really good. Not without precedent. Like I say, Vintage Story arguably does the same, if not better. And for me as a streamer, it's a very streamable game. And yeah, it's hard to quantify what makes a game streamable. I find this a very streamable game. Well, actually, they do. I did get kicked. There are animals here that do actually. But by the way, that's one aspect of it that I actually do like. I think has been, for me, is much more is vastly improved over Minecraft. The combat, I think, is better. Um, but like I say, yeah, I will. I'm very tempted to stream it, say, this weekend. If like I say, the weekends, I should take the weekends off. I don't keep to the weekday schedule at the weekends. I stream as and when I feel like it, and if I don't, that's I haven't got a schedule. So this is something I could easily do at the weekends. It's it's fairly low impact, if you know what I mean, in terms of the degree of focus you need. Is that the right way of putting it? I'm not really sure, to be honest. That's not a very good mechanism, but still it works. And now I'm... So, yeah, weekend, probably. Not a lot, but... Oh, I'm bored, I'll feel like... Yeah, they're in the jungles. I have no idea what the jungles are from here at this point. That would certainly make for an interesting experience, I think. You're quite right. Right, now I can finish off the rest of this. Yeah, you don't want to end up down here. That was unexpected. Yeah, I want to see if they got feathered dinosaurs. If they see if they've done it properly. Does Velociraptor have feathers? That's the kind of thing I would want to see. Be ready for me to complain if they don't. I need rubble and sticks. But the good news is, look, I do have the access now to iron pickaxes, iron hammer, iron shovel. That's all nice. What have I got in terms of weapons? I need a different workbench. Yes, but they're not accurate. I do know, actually, I do know what you mean. I'll be honest. Hang on. Furniture, alchemists, scavengers, chef's stove, blacksmith's anvil. Oh, I need tree logs. Okay. Let's grab an anvil. Here we go. Oh. Okay, I can make an iron sword. That's good. I can make an iron mace. Ooh. I can make a iron battle axe. I can make... look at this. And I need to significantly upgrade in order to make some of the other stuff. And my bow is dying, so let's craft a bow. Oh! No. Okay. And now I can't build that because I don't have enough iron. I've actually run out of iron. That's funny to me. Right, so that's all done. That's all done. That's working. Yay, we are making progress. Let's go grab my food. And I finally have okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. Yeah, what I find interesting about some of the dinosaurs is that the indications now are that T-Rex may have had feathers, but not feathers in the way you're thinking. If you're familiar with a bird known as the kiwi, the kiwi is a very odd bird. And it has feathers, doesn't have wings. And those feathers are similar to the ones it seems that a young T-Rex may have had. They look more like fur, but they're not. What we think of as mostly as feathers are not the entirety of the possibility of feathers. Of course, I'm talking about birds. Technically, birds are dinosaurs. They meet all the qualifications to be dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are their ancestors. But feathers were not originally for flight. They were for warmth. Because curiously, scales evolve into feathers quite easily. And feathers are actually better for insulation than fur. So yeah, the velociraptors of Jurassic Park weren't velociraptors really, they were, I think, dromaeosaurs. Yeah. Feathers. Why can't we make iron arrowheads? Why are they cruel? Why can't we make copper arrowheads or iron arrowheads? That would make sense. We can make an iron bow. Now, okay, granted, the idea of an iron bow sounds a bit daft, but actually, you can, well, we'll call it steel. It's very difficult to actually make iron, per se. But you can make a bow out of steel, and that's actually been a practice, at least as far as medieval period. There were, in fact, crossbows equipped with steel bows. The Japanese had a version of their classic Yumi, you know, that asymmetrical bow that was actually apparently made of steel and extremely powerful. So yeah, you know, the involvement of steel in bow manufacture is quite reasonable. Copper is not, and that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work at all. But to tell you what, Tony, I will mentally, what I may do instead of doing this day by day thing I'm doing here, just for you, go hunting for dinosaurs, see if I can't find them, and then when I do, I'll do a live stream of here be dinosaurs. And here is one of the problems with the lack of farming. Okay, who just took a shot at me? Yeah, so I could do more targeted streams instead. And it would... By the way, the reason I'm being a bit circumspect here is because I don't trust the ground not to collapse. I need arrows. I do, you know, because I do genuinely look forward to seeing how the game develops. That looks like a cobra over there. No, it's a scrap iron hammer, and it's not mine. I picked it up from something. But what is it technically? It is a scrap mace. Yeah, it's made of scrap metal, but yeah, I see what you mean. It does look like that. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh yeah, go stand on my chest. One. Yeah, the combat's actually not bad. It's not bad at all. This is probably going to be far too many arrows, but that's... I don't care. I need arrows. Wow, that's all the arrows I got? Okay. So, yeah, I can make copper, I can make iron pickaxes, even though I've got a thorium pickaxe. I can make repair kits. I don't know how to use a repair kit. Let's see. Repair items, thorium pickaxe. There we go. That's nice. That's a nice little trick. It's the best pickaxe I've got. Right. Put that away. I'm still using this. I've got another one of those somewhere. Let's put some of our scraps and bits away. Excuse me a moment, I think I might need to sneeze. Nope, apparently not. Alright, so... Azure logs, whatever those are. How far can I go? Only as far as iron, and then you've got to spend that is a lot of resources to rank it up, to be honest with you. do I want, and do I have the resources for? Here's my anvil. Okay. Do I want a sword? That would be my last of my stuff, or shall I settle for my two-handed scrap mace? Okay, we are all... Where did I put... Oh, there's the other mace. Yeah. Where's my copper cuirass? I know I had one, did I? Leave it somewhere? I can put that away. Oh, you know what would be useful? A proper iron axe. I think that might be worthwhile. Nope. Survival. Yeah, okay. I think I would rather have an iron hatchet. Yes. And I will... Progress. All I need now is to get more iron. Now, here's an interesting thing for you. Watch my health bar. Oh, okay, 20 minutes. Don't think you recover overnight. I mean, that's realistic, of course, but the other thing is you can't use the hatchet. Doesn't work too well on in a fight, which is not realistic. So, oh, we have finished with our thorium. I can't do anything with it. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. I've now got... Oh, the silver. Let's grab the silver. Don't know if you can make anything with silver, but let's grab it anyway. So I can upgrade this. What purpose that serves, I do not know. Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going to get azure logs from. And as for this, yeah, I'm pretty much limited. And I need, look at this, venom sacks. That doesn't make any sense to me. But that is a lot of resources. That's a lot of resources. That's a lot of resources. But yeah, I don't think... Hang on, let's... Alright. So that'll regen. You can actually see in the left-hand side there the regen process, health process going on. It's better than nothing, I suppose. But the sleeping, it doesn't continue the process while you're asleep, which is a little off, I think. I mean, I was going to say, you know, I have really complained that the game is too grindy. Not too bothered about grindiness necessarily in a game. It depends on how it's done. Like I say, but this weekend I will almost certainly be doing a first impressions of what's it, Vintage Story. And that is grindy, but it's also very realistic. For certain values are realistic. You know, I don't think things are really respawning around here. Now, I don't know if that's by design or not. Yeah, I do have to hunt these. Because I need the chitin. Well, not the chitin, I need the venom sacs. That's a lot of venom sacs I have to get just to do a simple upgrade. Oh, for some reason I didn't realize that was so close. This is gonna hurt. No, it's not, apparently. Apparently I know more about what I'm doing. You might think, how far can I drop without? Well, you can drop quite far without getting hurt. That's nice to know. Alright, let's go see what we have over here. Oh. Ouch. Hello? What's this? Is that an armadillo? Oh, it's an armadillo. That's a very big armadillo. That is more like, oh, I can't remember the name of it. Ooh. Oh, thank you, I'll take that. Actually, I'll just take the whole thing. Oh, this is weird. It said no way in, except huh. Oh, that's kind of funny. Oops. Didn't want to do that. funny. Oh, okay. You can't destroy a chest with your halberd. Is this it? Is that everything? It would appear to be so. At least I haven't died today. Yet. With the heavy emphasis on the yet, I should say. Hello, Mr. Meerkat. Are you going to be able to get out? What time is it? Oh, I've been going for nearly 2 hours. Oh, no, I've got a bit of time yet. I actually have to set up for the next live stream, which will be at 9 o'clock, which will be the Long Dark. And I can't remember what I'm doing. I'll find out. Camel, that you can't ride? Saber-toothed tiger that you can't ride. You get sandstorms too, which is a nice little touch. And that's a vulture. I want to find out how this halberd does. Quite well. Don't you look at me like that. Tactics for dealing with saber-tooths. Why didn't they just put regular lions in? Or... Okay, is that everything in here? Oh no, probably not. Let's see. Oh, warthog. looks interesting. Except for the fact that I got entirely too much stuff. Do I want... No, don't need that. Cauliflower seed bag, okay. What else can I get rid of? I nearly got rid of the stinger. No. Okay. Rusty steel sword. Alright. Not that useful, to be honest. But especially if I spend the time building my own. Okay, and we are... Oh, no, what have we got in here? I'm sure there's some stuff I don't really need. I don't need sandstone cobble. Don't really need a wooden shield, do I? Nope, don't think so. Why would I want a wooden shield, which you can't make? I don't think there's an option to make a wooden shield. You can only find them. Which is weird, because, you know, you can make a perfectly advanced shield out of... Oh, hang on a second. I do have bushmeat and I do have heavy hide. Do I have light hide? Yep, okay, I can get away with massacring these poor things. This isn't very warthog-like. Who liked Pumbaa? Hello, Pumbaa. Oh, it's pork. Of course it is. Ooh, I probably regret this. Chitin and... yeah. What can I easily replace? I don't. Let's eat our roast vegetable. There we go. Sorry, come here to... It was Pumbaa that was the warthog, wasn't it? And Timon was the murderous meerkat. And yeah, by the way, that's not an exaggeration. Meerkats. 20% of meerkat deaths in the wild are basically due to murder from their social group. What is that? I do not know. Why are you... Oh, you keep running into bushes. Yeah, don't run into bushes. And so I think I will head back to... yeah. And bring this to an end. If you're still there, Tony, you might want to have a look at the end screen. You might get a smile from it. Why am I doing this? And we will just quickly get things rolling. Put things away, that kind of thing. Actually. Ooh, and I need to check. That's done. That's done. Turn that on. No idea what I will do with silver bars, but I'm not likely to find out, unfortunately, anytime soon, but we'll see. Sturdy chitin. That's going to be... I do need sturdy chitin for something, but I can't remember what it was. I need stingers. Could have sworn I had sturdy chitin somewhere. I want to coalesce my bone fragment collection. Where is R? Oh, there we go. Transporting this lot back to my previous base would be a serious pain. Not the process I would necessarily look forward to. Could have sworn I had chitin somewhere. Hands up, who's... Oh, there it is. Oh. Okay, that was all the chitin that I had? Don't... Put that away. Don't know where I got the crude pickaxe from. Oh yeah, I'm sort of immediate... Oh, that's where that is. So this is all stuff I kind of am going to need at various points. When and if I return to the game. Maybe I'm complaining too much about the grindy, things like leather. It would be so nice, though, if you could actually set up a proper farm. But you don't seem to be able to. Which is irritating. See, this kind of stuff would be useful back at the other base. It's not useful here. Don't really need those. Make a bunch of arrows. Oh. Well, we at last are getting us some food in serious quantity. So, I think we're just going to leave it there. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I will return to Hytale, if only to keep following along. And, you know, I do kind of want to see what I can progress. But, yeah, it still has a lot of work. I tell you what, I know I got a reasonable sort of idea. If there is a way to speed run parts of this game, then it may well take off. It's right now what you're probably looking at is a sort of a flush of excitement from the Minecraft type players, because yeah, it's Hytale. If and when, if they haven't already started, if someone like Dream, for example, starts figuring out how to speedrun Hytale, or Corraway, or any of the other main speedrunner, Minecraft speedrunners, if they can be persuaded to get into this, yeah, you're probably going to see it take off. Probably. That would actually be a huge shot in the arm. If I were Hytale, I would be very quietly trying to develop something that's suitably challenging just for the speedrunners, because that would be wonderful advertising on their behalf. And yeah, that's very cynical of me. Who knows? Maybe they're doing that. So anyway, I will be back in a couple of hours with the Long Dark. Oh, poor Gecko. And so I will see you. We'll see you all then. And then next week, you know, it's not impossible that I actually continue this next week, but it's not too likely. The early morning session is most likely to be either Valheim, which I have just got yesterday because it was on sale, or a Vintage Story. And of those two, Vintage Story is arguably the more intriguing, simply because of its sheer depth. So we'll see. However, The Long Dark and Warframe remain staples for the morning stream and evening stream. And that schedule will appear shortly. Hope you all have a very good day. Thank you for watching and putting up with my slow, incoherent rambles. And I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching.